I mean, not so much my attitude about the police. How do I say this? I don't. It's changed my attitude about the show and the purpose the show can actually serve. It feels now like the show has purpose. Not to say that the show didn't have purpose before, because sure, it's entertaining, it's well written, it's well acted, it's well done. But now all of a sudden, it's like you wake up one day and you find your passion, you find your purpose, you find your soul. And I think the show found its soul this year. And I think that's for me, the difference in how I look at the show and what we're portraying on the show.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely, it was definitely something that I wanted to get in front of, knowing that I was, the only Black cop on television prime time. I was like, I think I got a big responsibility to do a couple things. One of them was to, uplift the image of the Black man as much as I could, but also to help our audience reimagine policing as we understand it. And I knew that through this character, I could do both of those. So, for me, I just really laid back and just listened as much as possible, right? Listen to the world and what the world needed. I did a little research and study, the history of the police, especially in America. With the understanding of the history of the Black man in America, I had to find a way to, juxtapose those journeys and give them to the character in a way that he would be able to be confident in the story that he was telling. And so, yeah, so as I was watching everything unfold and listening to what the world needed, I got very, very excited about that responsibility. So yeah, now I think we're right in the pocket, and I'm grateful that that my cast and the writers, we're all on the same page about that.
I don't know how to answer it better than these two eloquent people just answered it.
Thank you, Doug.
That's just real. I don't know. I probably get annoying. I just keep talking about this gray area that exists in these social discussions, and they're discussions. And that's what's tough about these question and answer sessions. You ask me a question, usually I can give you like an answer. How does Ruzek feel about this? Well, he likes red. Or, you know what I mean? Like, these are discussions. These are ongoing conversations. And I think what the writer's room, what the producers, what we as a cast have tried to really lean into as heavy as we can is that it's an ongoing conversation. And that Royce and I had our first two episodes, these are two best friends. These are two partners that, butt heads sometimes because they come from different places. And that didn't get resolved there. It might have got resolved in that moment, but like, we're now filming another episode where he and I it's like we're talking past each other. He may be my brother from another mother, but we're like two ships in the night. Like, we are having a misunderstanding, and Eric LaSalle, Rick Eade, our directing producer and our showrunner, always say, like, nobody's totally right and nobody's totally wrong, and everybody's a little bit right and everybody's a little bit wrong. And that's kind of where I think they've tried to take the show, which is pretty cool for a procedural show, which is usually pretty, cut and dry, A, B, C, D. Here's the thing, here's the red herring, and then everybody solves the case. No, we're trying to talk about bigger issues and invite everybody in to, we're not trying to answer questions. Because we're just, I guess, just kind of putting them out there, And Royce and I did a scene last night where the entire episode ends with him asking me a question, an incredibly deep and poignant question. And I don't want to bust anything for anybody, but it's not answered because it's not a question that should be answered by a television show, A, and B, because it doesn't have a simple answer. It doesn't have, you know, smash to black, roll credits answer. It's more complicated than that. And we have to continue to have these conversations and continue to grow. And I think what's pretty cool is the show has grown in such a way because we keep getting challenged with reality as a show. And I appreciate being on a show that takes those challenges, those real challenges, and tries to continue to tackle them in a thoughtful way, but not in a definitive way, I guess is the best way I could put it.